Mr. Speaker, the government has boasted about opening the door to greater employment opportunities for people on AISH by kicking them off AISH and forcing them onto ADAP. The government knows there are very limited job opportunities for people with disabilities. Secondly, the government is ignoring the very real struggle people with disabilities face even getting out of their door. Exactly where in the budget is the new money devoted to improve municipal adult disabled transportation systems to give people with disabilities the same reliable access to transportation to get them to and from these non-existent jobs?
The Honourable Minister for Assisted Living and Social Services. Sorry.
Well, Mr. Speaker, there's over $250 million in the budget to do exactly that. The most that has ever been in the Alberta budget. We doubled the budget last year. We've increased it by over $50 million this year, Mr. Speaker, to make sure that we invest in this space. What the real challenge is for people within the disability community that want to enter the workforce is prior to this they were stuck underneath NDP programs that punished them for going to work, Mr. Speaker. The NDP, when they were on this side of the aisle, never bothered to change that. Instead, they took away every dollar that those people earn, Mr. Speaker, and this side of the House has fixed it.
Hear, hear. My apologies for not saying the name of the ministry right. Go ahead, Honourable Member.
Given that many thousands of people with mobility issues live in rural Alberta as well, and given that those rural Albertans on reduced below poverty line ADAP income supports will also be forced to try to commute to non-existent jobs, how does the minister expect disabled Albertans to travel to work, since he has done nothing to promote the re-establishment of a regularly scheduled rural bus transportation network to serve every community in Alberta and every Albertan, disabled or not?
The Honourable Minister for Assisted Living and Social Services.
Mr. Speaker, I find it appalling to hear people who think members of the disability community can't participate in the workforce, Mr. Speaker.
For Assisted Living and Social Services.
Mr. Speaker, I find it appalling to hear people who think members of the disability community can't participate in the workforce, Mr. Speaker. We're investing in this area to be able to provide supports, simulated work environments, transportation supports, other employment supports along those lines, Mr. Speaker, to give everybody the best chance they can in this province. You know, Mr. Speaker, this side of the House, the Conservative government, since 2019, has increased disability supports by $1 billion. That's an increase of almost 40%, Mr. Speaker. The reality is that side did nothing. They're punishing people for going to work, Mr. Speaker, and we're not going to do that anymore in Alberta.
Hear, hear. Edmonton McClellan.
Given that people with disabilities face many additional barriers getting to and from work, including accessible entrances, hazardous sidewalks and crosswalks, lack of ramps, elevators, accessible washrooms, etc., and given the woefully inadequate, inaccessible public transportation options, including a lack of accessible taxis in this province, when will the government introduce meaningful accessibility legislation?
Honourable the Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the NDP keep wanting to ignore that they failed on this file. They had a chance when they were here. They said they were the great champion on this issue. They didn't index the payments. They didn't increase age payments, Mr. Speaker. They didn't pass accessibility legislation. They didn't invest in employment supports, Mr. Speaker. And they continue to punish people on AISH for participating in the workforce. This side of the House, we've indexed payments. We've increased the budget by almost 40%, $1 billion, Mr. Speaker. This year we'll spend more money than any government in history supporting the disabled, $3.6 billion for my department alone, Mr. Speaker. That's real action. The NDP's all talk.